without my mic, so that was not a great idea, but now I have my mic, so better for sure. Okay, I think if you stop streaming like immediately, it doesn't like make a random stream. In any case, welcome back to the series where we Iron Man every single Fire Emblem game. Today we are continuing our journey through... Okay, I think I played a chapter on that file, I'm confused. To the series where we, as I said, Iron Man every Fire Emblem game. We're playing Fire Emblem 6, and we just beat Arcadia, and then we did the Gaiden chapter as well. So after saving the village of Arcadia, Roy's army leaves the desert by following Igreen's lead. Now they turn toward Etruria to confront the revolutionary forces. However, they receive a troubling letter from the Elder of Arcadia. Apparently, Faye the Dragon has left Arcadia in pursuit of Roy. Ooh, that's right, I forgot. This is the Percival chapter, which means we are going to have to kill Percival, which is a little scary. If she falls into the hands of the revolutionaries or burn, there's no telling what might happen to her or to Roy's army. Determined to find Faye, Roy moves to the small fort of the Etrurian border. Excuse me. Okay, so, yeah, this is the Percival chapter. It doesn't show up until the actual chapter starts, but unfortunately we cannot recruit Percival from time, indeed. Welcome, welcome, Jose. Okay, I gotta remember, it's been like a week since we played, so Wade is busted as always. Yeah, he's really strong. Lelina still sucks, but she's fairly strong. Now the question, of course, is how do we kill Percival? I'm thinking Wade, obviously. We love Fire Emblem time. Everyone loves Fire Emblem time. I don't know how long this stream's gonna be. I may only do like one chapter. If anybody watched on my last stream, I had an ear infection. I just hit fight. Should we just run it? Oh, fuck me. I mean, that's kind of how Iron Man's work, right? I did not mean to do that. Commander Wraith, I have an update on the girl we captured. Girl, the one that was scurrying around the outside of the castle. I skipped that. But sir, she was carrying this. Is this a dragonstone? I believe so. Have you seen a dragonstone before? Yes, in the invasion of Lycia. The Manichees carried them when they were in human form. It looks a tad different from the stones that they had. Still, it must be related to the Dragonstones. Missed up big time? Yeah, this might be rough. This might be rough. I think we should have... I think we pretty much deployed all the right units at the very least. We should inform King Zephiel and await further orders. Keep the girl inside the castle. Percival, you don't have to do this. Please don't worry about me, General Douglas. You must return to King Mordred. By getting rid of the Lycian army, you have more pressing matters to attend to. Rhodes only wants me out of the capital. He's worried I'll stab him in the back if when he isn't looking. That man, worrying about traitors, ha! But he was the first to betray his loyalty to the king. Truly a snake, if I ever met one. No one's loyalty to Etruria can compare to yours, General Douglas. Rubbish. Just look at yourself. When Prince Murden still lived, I never hesitated to fulfill his will. I believed I could dedicate my life to him and the good of Etruria. My duty now is to protect the king's life. Surely that should be enough reason for me to fight, and yet you hesitate in your actions? Frankly, yes. It feels meaningless. I cannot say I blame you. First of all, I want you to listen to me. Don't respond. Let it sink in. Etruria will fall along with the king before this war ends. General Douglas, no matter what happens, I will stay by the king's side. But you, Percival, are of a different breed. You must lead the Etruria of tomorrow. Despite the impending collapse, I firmly believe Etruria will prosper once more. Percival, you must leave Etruria for now and await your time. General Douglas, General Percival, the Lycian army stands dead ahead. What are your orders, sir? Go. I will return to Aquila. Move forth. Pursue the Lycian army. Now, normally you can recruit Percival, but we cannot. Faye has been taken to the castle. That's what the locals told me. Roy, I apologize. This is my fault for not considering what Faye may do. We have no time for this rescue. We must hurry to Aquila. This is nobody's fault. If Byrne gets their hands on her, it could be catastrophic. We should be safe as long as she remains in human form and hides her dragonstone. Is Etruria done for? I guess they're fucked. Dragonstone. When dragons are in human form, they seal their power into Dragonstones. Dragons use vast amounts of energy to maintain their shape. That is true. Considering we're about to kill Percival, Trury might be kind of fucked. Considering we're about to kill Percival, I guess Elfin isn't dead. Because Elfin doesn't, like, technically die, but he just gets, like, wounded or whatever. So at least they have their prince, but... So must remain in human form to minimize the stress on their bodies. That must be what the unhumans with Burn do as well. For what you have told me, that seems most likely. Dragons have apparently been taking human form since the end of the Scouring. For that long? Yes. Lord Roy, the spy we sent to the castle has returned. What did they find out? Many soldiers are coming out of the castle. They seem to be fortifying their defenses. They must have discovered that Faye is a dragon. The troops on the borders seem to have noticed us. Then we must move quickly. Okay. So we didn't do any preps, unfortunately, but I think we're probably okay. Like, I brought all the correct units. Really, all you need on this chapter is Lelina to recruit Garrett. Obviously, you want someone to recruit Percival, but we can't do that at all, so that doesn't matter. Percival, as you can see, is an extremely strong unit, so I'll be really interested to see what Wade can actually do trying to fight him, but he shouldn't double me, so that's nice at least. But we have all the good units. We brought Melody, we brought Tate, Geese, all the units we're training, so... And we also get a green here, who is not as good as Dorothy, who's busted, but a pretty darn strong unit. She's kind of worse than Klein, just because Klein can immediately use a silver bow and she can't, but really she's about as strong. They're both quite good. Also, I cannot kill this guy for the life of me. Now, this is normally where you get your second Knight's Crest. All right, that was not great. Unfortunately, we will not be getting the Knight's Crest because you have to recruit Percival for that. We will not be doing that. I actually have to be a little bit careful because we missed that. Can we just kill this guy? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. All right, at least Clarion and Melody can actually hit things, unlike Lance, apparently. Well, Melody's getting pretty close to promotion. I don't think I brought an Elysian Whip. I do have an Elysian Whip, never mind. All right. Well, I guess I'm slightly smarter than I thought I was. Again, don't really know what we're gonna do about Percival. We're gonna have to figure out a way to kill him, but we do have Killer Axe Wade. Maybe that's the solution. Can Wade get in this guy's range? Probably not. But usually that guy goes to a point on turn 2 where you can just kill him with a bow pretty easily. This chapter is pretty darn straightforward. Mini Boss Atlas, thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. I unfortunately hit start chapter without doing any preps. So, that part's not so good, but this chapter is, hopefully will go okay. Training Alan instead of Lance. I think I definitely would recommend in the end to train both to train both Alan and Lance. Which one you promote initially is very much up to you. So if you want to promote Alan first and then Lance second, obviously, well, you could, choose to promote whoever you want, but Alan may very well be the better promotion unit, but I would highly recommend training both in the end. I usually promote, I've talked about this a little bit before, but I usually promote Lance first because Lance has a much more consistent, you have your caliber, right? Yeah, I remember that being a bit scary. But Lance has a much more consistent speed growth. And a little bit of extra speed goes a long way in this game because enemies are really fast. So I prefer that, although I will say I think Alan is the better unit in the end. But honestly, what I would recommend is to just trade both, and then whoever's stronger, when you get your first Knight's Crest, promote them, and then in the end, promote the other one with the second Knight's Crest that you get. Lance actually looks pretty good fighting this guy, which is surprising, but I can't really have Melody fight this guy. Yeah, I really can't do that. So we're kind of just probably going to have to give it another turn. 18 speed is so much. I guess we can kill this guy. That was pretty good. And then obviously if you build any support between Lance and Alan, that can go a long way in the end game. Part of the thing about promoting knights of any sort in this game in particular is that there just isn't a lot of like competition for the Knight's Crest. Like, obviously you can train the Knights, and they can be okay, but wouldn't really recommend that. So there really isn't, you know, a better place to use your Knight's Crest than Lance and Ellen. A little girl was taken to the castle. Here, I'll give you this. Please rescue her. Our priests always had this tome with them. He was taken to the castle too, but he never returned. Divine. That's such a weird tome to give. There's like almost no... What does Divine take? C? Okay. I thought it was A. C actually isn't too bad. I think there's like a chance that a green could be in danger here. But she doesn't get weighed down, so I think she's probably okay. But yeah, giving Divine is so weird. There's no monks in this game, so... The only thing that you could possibly do with the Divine Tone is either wait until Yodel and use it on him, or have Saul use it, I guess. But the chances of Saul getting to C in light tomes... Actually, I don't know what he starts with. Maybe that's not that insane, but... The point is, I don't think I've ever seen anyone use that Divine Tome before. I don't know where my water went off, dude. Okay, them attacking Lance is actually pretty good, because I was slightly scared that a green could have died here, but I think Lance should obviously be totally fine. I definitely had... Look, I'm losing my marbles. I don't know, that's weird. I don't know where my water went, but that's okay. Moving up fairly quickly on this chapter is kind of useful because Garrett will spawn and Garrett will go to destroy the villages rather quickly after spawning. So you do want to like not take forever on this chapter, or at least on the first little bit of this chapter, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. Okay, how the hell am I fighting this guy? Well, there's obviously Wade, and Wade doesn't get crit, which is nice. And he does have a lance equipped at the moment, and I want to keep it that way. I don't think I want him to equip a sword. Oh god, this is not going to be easy. So the main takeaway from me is that I should probably... Are you talking about the worst group recruits, or the main takeaway is I should probably trade Wendy? Yeah, definitely trade Wendy. That is the person that you should be using in this game above all else is definitely Wendy, of course. We love Wendy. Okay, at least Lance hit one of those. Jesus Christ, my man's out here trolling. Yeah, definitely the, if that's the video you're talking about, definitely the takeaway I hope that people get from it is that they should train Wendy, Barth, and OJ because they're all amazing units and definitely worth your time. Definitely where you want to be in the game. 66%, I mean, I'll take that. Okay. Especially in an Iron Man? Yes, especially in an Iron Man. That is definitely the best place to train those units, I would agree. Good, I'm glad you understood the video. What is your avoid? 44. Oh, man, is this safe? I mean, safe is a pretty relative term. Safe enough to do. You don't have just like normal fire. You didn't get weighed down, right? Like this stuff just weighs nothing. Yeah. So okay, let's get support in there. Howdy, what's up, Malkin? Welcome, welcome. I think with support, and then I think Lena should be okay here. This might be, because she has 64 avoid. I don't know if that counts support or not. I don't think it does. I think she should be okay. And then, yeah, I guess I'll use Wade. I'll use the bow, because they might want to attack him, and I wouldn't mind that, actually. Again, still not really sure how we're killing Percival. You definitely can't get to Roy, right? No, okay. That's good. So I'm not really sure what my plan here is. I'm just kind of avoiding the problem until it really becomes an issue, and then we'll like figure out a way to deal with him. This is a battlefield. What do we do, boss? The armies are gonna loot the villages. We better get to them first. All right, boss. Just don't hurt anybody who ain't got it, who ain't asking for it. Got it? Yeah, yeah. He's too nice for his own good. If anything happens to the villagers, We can just say the armies did it. Oh my god, that was one I didn't actually check if he gets a ray though. That was one tile away. Oh my goodness. All right. We're getting a little bit sandwiched here. This is looking a little sketchy. Okay. Same thing with the green. If you want to attack my archers, that's perfectly fine. I do not know where I put my water. That's so weird. Well, I guess I'm going to be waterless at the moment. It's okay. We'll make do. Oh god, this is looking really sketchy. It's going to have to involve Wade, I think. He's like my strongest unit, which is a weird sentence, but it's accurate. All right, how does Wade look fighting him like with a killer? See, there's a chance that this could be great. A hit, great. Crit, great. Miss, really bad. All right, I'm down to try. You're so good! He's so good! He's so good! Oh my god, I did my best. But Wade was too good. God, we love that. We love that. Oh my goodness. How am I gonna deal with this character? How am I gonna deal with this character? I have Wade. I don't know why I was worried, to be honest. That was mostly on myself for being worried about Wade not being able to kill something. Come on. Percival F tier, exactly. Wade S tier, Percival F tier. This motherfucker got 44 health, by the way. Holy shit. New recruit Percival? Yeah, we don't need him. When you have Wade, what do you need with characters like Percival, you know? Just a worse unit. Man, our army is dog shit, by the way. How do I do any of this? I think one of these guys is a killer, yeah, killing edge, but I think Lance on the fort should be enough. I want to direct as many of these units away from our shitter army as possible. So I think sending Lance to the... Lance missed again, by the way. He just cannot hit consistently. This silver bow guy is very scary too, though. Curtain Wit, exactly. When you have units like him, why would you need someone as shitty as Percival? Okay, now we have actually some pretty major concerns in regards to what's going on back here. These units, okay, this will set it up nicely for Geese. We have to get Melody away from the archer too, so I think having her go back here is not a bad idea. Hopefully we can get a Geese kill here. If we're serious about Geese, we need to get a move on, because we're gonna definitely get to a point where Geese just can't do anything, and yeah, we definitely need to get him kills if we're serious. What is your range exactly? 6. Okay, so this is the max movement. So I can kill this guy with Dorothy, maybe. Let's kill this guy, or just hit him really hard. I guess that works too. Sorry, I forgot that Lilina can't double anything. This Horse Slayer guy's a little bit sketchy, but thankfully he's nowhere near Lance. So. Wait, did he attack Lance? Wait, this guy could have attacked Lance, but instead attacked my archer. Is that what happened? I guess I wasn't paying enough attention, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I mean, I guess I'm happy because Lance might have died, but kind of weird. Okay, big level up here, Tate, I believe. Honestly, that was a great level up. Holy shit. Every time I say that, I just assume that I'm going to get trolled by my unit, but that was not a troll. Not at all. This is gonna sound kind of dumb, but having two, like, do the female snipers look different than the male snipers, like on the overworld? They do, yeah. Having two female snipers is actually kind of annoying because it's hard to like remember, it's hard to know which is which unless you actually click on them. And it can lead to a lot of like moving one like they're the other one. Okay, I need to kill this guy. Can't quite do it with Dorothy, but that's okay. I think that sniper will almost definitely attack Lance and not Dorothy, but I'll give him the option. And I also want to kill this guy. Perfect. Dude, Fur's kind of a beast. Oh, is nobody else like clogging this up right now? Oh shit. Wait, this is actually kind of bad. I can't do it with Roy. Oh. Wait. I should have had Millie go like here or something. Can you pick up? What if? Hold on. How much movement do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's or 7. What's your aid? 5. What's your constitution? Also 5. What's your aid? 3, 7. 7 is perfect. So I need her to be here because that way I can drop fur here. I mean, there's a chance that fur. Well, actually, so if I do like, hold on. This is really sketchy. This chapter usually doesn't go this poorly. Okay, that's fine. You can whack me. It's not great, but it's not terrible. And then I need fur. I need to pick up fur, and I need to go here, and then I need to drop fur. Wait, can you get to me now? No. Okay, perfect. And then I need to drop fur here, and then it should be okay, I think. I don't know. Oh my god. Okay, well, we're gonna lose that house. I believe that house has Hammern, which Hammern is a really peculiar staff because in some games it's like incredibly busted. Like in Thracia, for example, missing out on Hammern, I mean, you can't because it just comes on Safi, but missing out on Hammern is like a huge deal. It's super busted. But in this game, like, Hammern actually isn't that useful. Like, what are you hammering? You can hammer in the like legendary weapons, but we can't even do the true ending anyways, so honestly, losing that house is not that big of a deal, even though Hammering, like, seemingly is really powerful. So perhaps I think it's going great. Yeah, I think it's certainly going better than it could have gone. If we didn't hit, if Wade didn't crit Percival, we'd be in rough shape. Hey, Mesher Bemba, welcome, welcome. You just missed Wade one-shotting Percival, but which he really needed to do because we were in rough shape if he hadn't done that. But yeah, we should be okay. We're just not gonna, normally you do this chapter like a little bit quicker because you want to get over to that village and then recruit Garrett before he destroys it, but we're obviously not able to do that, so not a big deal. I will say our team is kind of weak. Like, we promoted Lance, we promoted Lilina, but Lilina is like useful but not like an amazing unit. We should promote, but once Melody's promoted we'll be okay, but thankfully we have Wade, but we're really reliant on Wade and Lance at the moment. Once Melody promotes, we'll have another unit we can rely on a decent amount, but okay. Yeah, there was a part of me that thought maybe he would come over and attack Dorothy. That would have been better, but it's fine. Okay, Lance heals to full, which is fantastic. I could potentially put Lance in this guy's range, but I don't really see how I can accomplish that on this turn, to be honest. I think the whole getting this house is pretty much sailed. I don't think that's really a possibility for us, unfortunately. Should also probably kill this guy, or at least deal with him in some capacity. You know, mine just died to Rucker. Yeah, Rucker is a very scary. He can definitely off some people. But yeah, Lance is doing a great job. I will agree with that. Although he's missed a million attacks this chapter, but other than that, he is doing a fantastic job. All right, Ray, do you want to kill? Hey, and a level. Ray's level 15. I didn't realize he was so high. He's level 15. Holy shit, we could definitely promote Ray. I might turn back on his animation once he promotes. I don't know. I guess I'll decide when we get to that point. Where's the killing edge guy? Can we take this guy out like this turn? That would be pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, you can't reach me, right? No, he'll just go destroy that house, which again is not amazing, but you know, it is what it is. We can't do anything about it, so no use thinking about it too much. And thankfully, yeah, with the killing edge guy out of the picture, there's not too much to worry about here. Obviously, the silverbow guy is still very scary, but we can deal with him next turn. And then I guess you guys can just sit here and kind of do your thing. Obviously he's terrible, but you know, it is what it is. So what are the promotion items that we have right now? We have at least one Elysian Whip. On the next chapter we can get basically as many promotion items as we want because you can buy promotion items. But at the moment, we don't really have like a great amount of promotion items. Some other Fire Emblem 6 streamer I watch will be live, but I guess this will do. Well, I appreciate at least being your second choice, Blue Island. Welcome, welcome. I guess we'll kind of go over here and then heal. Good luck, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I think that's about all I want to do. I want to let these guys keep fighting Fern Geese. Well, level is Fur, 18, okay. So we're actually looking pretty healthy as far as a lot of the levels go. So Ray is 15, Melody is 17, almost 18, Fur is 18, Tate is 12. Tate and Geese are pretty far behind. They're 11 and 12. So they are pretty far behind. We need to get a move on with those two for sure. But once we get Fur, Melody, and then Ray promoted, I think we can focus a lot more on those units. The guy watches a jug draw player. I respect that. I'm a big fan of those games. So again, that house does have Hammering, which again does seem pretty useful. And actually, speaking of jug draw, like I said before, if this was a jug draw game, specifically Thracia, losing on a Hammering is a huge deal. But for our purposes, there's Hammering's one of those things that I always get because I mean, why not? You may as well get it. But honestly, it never. I never really wound up using it, so. Thracia, enjoy your Giga Chad. I do love Thracia. It is, Thracia is like, I wouldn't play Thracia over and over again. Like this game, I would probably play over and over again, or like the Tellius games, but I do love Thracia. It's like a special game. Every once in a while, you gotta just experience it, you know? That guy's Physic, apparently. Dude, Physic combined with the movement of a Valkyrie is like kind of crazy. This guy's a Silverlance? Oh my goodness. Okay, let me whack this guy again. I also love Thracia. Oh, we know. We know it's great. It is great. Oh, my nose is really itchy. Tekken 8 is out. I honestly, I don't think I've ever played a Tekken game, so I'm glad. And if you enjoy Tekken, then it's very cool. But I've never Tekkened myself, or I think I played Tekken when I was a kid, like with my friends. But I think isn't Tekken the one where you can like it's more, I don't know how to describe it, rather than like 2D where you just like go back and forth. It's like more 3D where you like run around an arena kind of. Is that Tekken or is that a different game? I think if that's the one I'm thinking of, then I think it's really cool, but I've never played it. You gotta get on it while playing Tekken? I'm good. 3D you can sidestep? Okay. Yeah, it always seemed cool to me, but no, I never played it. Look, I play Fire Emblem, I play some FPSs, and I play some card games. Those are my... And I guess I play like one real-time strategy game, but move around your opponent to kite moves. Yeah, I think I watched a video once that just talked about... Look at his stats, by the way. What the fuck is this? Like 10, 10, 10, 10, 9. He even has 10 aid. I hate this character. I mean, it's funny, but man, do I hate that character. Why am I using him? I think I watched a video once that was talking about how like Tekken was like the most complex fighting game like to exist, or something like it was talking about how amazing Tekken is and how crazy all the like things you can do are. Someone says a perfect 10. Some would say that. It is funny, don't get me wrong, it's very funny, but man, if you're gonna have all the same stat, maybe make it like a good stat or like high. So I think we can actually surround this sniper, which as much as I hate Geese, actually could give Geese some really good opportunities to get experience. We should also probably keep this guy away from the Lina, because that does not seem like a good strategy. Something like this should work, I think. But 3D fighters. I played like a tiny bit of Soul Calibur, but only like the story mode. Good old Bandai Namco. You gotta love it. Ooh, I probably should not have equipped my bow. Wade's gonna beat the crap out of Garrett. I mean, he's okay, he's not dying, but yeah, I really should have just had like an iron axe equipped there. And it was very itchy. Good old Bandai Namco. What's up, Tonga? Welcome, welcome. I'm assuming you can whack this guy pretty hard, yeah. Tonga, you missed it. So we had to kill Percival on this chapter, and Wade one-shot him with a killer axe crit. It was pretty dope. And I really needed him to as well, because I honestly don't know how I was going to deal with him if I didn't get that to work. All right, let's get Garrett. Wait, what? Who are you? Why are you attacking the villages? Excuse me? Who do you think you are? I asked you a question. Tell me why you're attacking the villages. Why? I guess it's your fault. I guess it's your fault, really. Our fault. Yep. You idiots make war, and poor folk like us, and poor folk like me resort to raiding to survive. We fight to help people like you. Do you know how many times I've heard that? This is reality, kid. You all say you're trying to help us, but it's all hot air and empty promises. If you're gonna say something like that, then prove it. You don't even know what's going on. Now get out of my way. No. Listen, I ain't playing games with you. If you don't get out of my way, I'll do something we'll both regret. I won't move. Kill me if you will. God damn. What? If I let you pass, then I too have said nothing but hot air. I tell the truth. We fight to help the people. Yeah, you. I've never met anybody so naive as you. Do you laugh at me? Still, you've moved this old raider's heart. Does that mean? Yeah, you win. I'll stop looting. But let me fight with you. Show me firsthand what that you're true to your words. Thank you. After being with us for a while, I'm positive you'll understand. Well, you certainly seem confident at least. I'm Garrett, and you are? Lena. Lena, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, milady. I mean, look, if Lelina didn't convince him to join our army, then the fact that Wade just beat the crap out of him probably should have. First Tekken game was released in 1994. God damn. I do remember Tekken being like a big thing. Not a big thing, but the only times I've ever played Tekken was like when I was a kid. So that was, I mean, that would have been like, yeah, 15 years ago or something. So definitely an old franchise. I'm unfortunate that I gotta lurk. Oh no, I get it, Tonga. I understand. I'm probably gonna do a very short stream today, so but I appreciate you hanging out. Lena's very mad. Lena's a beast. She just stood there and yelled at him. 20-year lifespan, we had 4 sequels. Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah, I guess that kind of sucks, especially in like today's gaming. Like they either update the crap out of games or they make a new one like all the goddamn time. So that's kind of crazy. Can somebody kill this mercenary? He's annoying me. Twitter's Lena still calls her milady. Yeah, he's a little weird. Milady. How much movement do you have? Okay, not enough to murder Garrett. We love that. We love that. French like Street Fighter. I always wonder about how many different iterations of fighting games they like. I don't know this for sure because I don't play fighting games, but I wonder, yeah, like how many updates they make to fighting games. I guess the same is true for like FPSs and stuff too. Like when they make a new Call of Duty, how much do they truly change? Like, I feel like it's tough to make a new game like every year unless it's like a single player game where you're dramatically changing the experience, like Fire Emblem. Not that they make those every year, but 50 times in their franchises first 2 decades. So there's like a million different versions of like Street Fighter games. So this guy can get to Lelina, but I think the one thing Lelina actually has is not amazing res, but okay res, which should make it good enough. Also, we can get into support range. And I can heal E green. The only fighting game I've ever really played, I think we've talked about this before, but is I've played a little bit of Smash. but I am really bad at Smash. Just as I'm sure I would be at every fighting game. Speed. I'll take defense. I don't hate that. Whatever it would be, 20 years, 20 mainline titles. Yeah, they keep moving too. Like there's I'm pretty sure they're up to like remaking Modern Warfare 3 or something. I don't even know. I lost track. I played like Call of Duty Black Ops and then Modern Warfare 3 when I was a kid. I played like a ton of those two. And then everything after that, I couldn't tell you. Smash Melee? Yeah, Melee is really dope. I played Melee a lot when I was a kid, and then I played a lot of Brawl too. Subspace Emissary was really fun. And then I never played the next one, and then I played a little bit of Ultimate. Ultimate's pretty fun. I like Ultimate. You know, COD release is about to stop. Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know that. RIP. End of an era. Can you get on the mountain? No, but that guy can't reach you, so I should be good. I'm just gonna heal. The only reason I know like a tiny bit about new CODs is that there's a guy on YouTube. Actually, I'm sure there's many people on YouTube that upload Call of Duty gameplay, but there's this guy that just like uploads games of him just like doing well, and I don't know. I still like FPSs, so I kind of like watching him, but other than that, yeah, I would really have no clue what was going on with COD these days. Bobby Kotick had different plans. Is Bobby Kotick the one that, the guy that like got deposed and is like a horrible person, or is that a different person? Didn't that happen recently? I don't remember who that was. I don't know. The problem with Call of Duty, I feel like, is that their games are always so expensive. Like, even if you just want to play like the last Call of Duty games, they always stay at like $60 or whatever. It's like, that's why I like Battlefield. I mean, granted, I just play every Battlefield when it comes out, but like, and to be fair, Battlefield, the newest Battlefield also sucks, so it's not worth anything, but. Have a billion as his sending bonus? Jesus Christ. But was that the guy that like, that left recently? I mean, I don't know. I have no clue. I don't really know that much about that kind of stuff. 2042 is still bad. I don't know if I can answer that. I really like 2042, and I didn't really like it when it came out. But I don't know if that's that I'm different or the game's different. They have updated the game quite a bit, and I do think that it's quite a bit better. Like, it's genuinely good now, but honestly, I don't know. I really like playing it, and yeah. CEO you're talking about? I can't remember. There was some CEO, I thought it had to do with Blizzard. There was some CEO recently that like got deposed, and he was like doing some shady stuff, but I can't remember the guy's name. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Some jackass got deposed, and who cares? But yeah, I'm not really sure about 2042, to be honest. Again, I really like it, but I still think there's a lot of negativity from the community around it. So I wouldn't really say that it's like good now, but I enjoy it. Who knows? Okay, these calves. I was gonna kill the sniper with Geese, but then I got kind of bored and just let Fur do it because I realized that it was gonna take Geese like 10 years to kill this stupid sniper. Okay, see that. But then again, I also still really like playing Overwatch, and I know a lot of people hate the new, Overwatch 2, and so I don't know. People like what they like, It's hard for me to say that like this game is good per se. I enjoy it. I enjoy Battlefield 2042, and I enjoy Overwatch. And I'm sure there's like, I think people complain about the new Call of Duty, but I'm sure there's still a ton of people that like playing that, and So who knows? As long as you're enjoying yourself, that's all that matters. Modern Warfare 2023 release. I was bombarded with hate rants about how bad the game was. Yeah, I haven't watched any of the videos because I really just don't care, honestly. But I've also seen a couple of like videos in my recommended, like about how like the new Modern Warfare game is like awful for various reasons. And it might be. I have no clue. But you know. Keep showing. I'm actually with you. I feel like I've seen a bunch of those videos too, and I never click on them. Like I don't know why they show up. Like that's actually probably true in my case too, because like I said, I discovered this guy who like he just records, like I said, basically he has like 15-minute videos where he just uses a gun and like messes up lobbies, and it's just kind of fun to watch because like I said, I like FPSs. But like and that's probably why I get those recommendations too. But I don't care about like a 2-hour-long rant on why Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 or whatever is like the worst game ever. I just don't care. Commander Wraith, the reinforcements are ready. Excellent, deploy them now. Yes, sir. Give it a 4 out of 12. Jeez. Okay. Hello, Mr. Horseslayer. I forgot there were 2 Horseslayers in this chapter. But IGN gave it a 4 out of 10. It might actually suck ass. And I don't know, like I said, it might be horrible. I really can't say. Oh my god, don't die. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, terrifying. That was bad. I should have checked if that guy had the Horseslayer. I've been playing a little bit more to that hack that I was playing. And in the hack, and I think this is probably just something that all like modern Fire Emblem hacks have, but if an enemy has like a special weapon, like a killer weapon or some kind of like effective weapon or something, a little like exclamation point will appear above their head. So I think I've gotten like lulled by that. Now, to be fair, I probably wouldn't have realized that guy had a Horseslayer anyways, but you definitely have to be careful with that. It's bad they couldn't give enough of a shit to rate it any higher. Exactly, especially a Call of Duty game. I mean, unless there's like very much a reason for them to do it, I feel like they just immediately give every COD game like, I just give it an 8 or whatever. Let's move on. So for that game must have done something, and like it does. I will say, as much as I keep saying I don't care, it does intrigue me slightly, just because all COD games are just like, I feel like COD is such a like passe thing. Like nobody seems to care anymore. So the fact that this new one is like so bad that like IGN's giving it a 4 and people are making these videos, I am slightly interested in why. But lowest selling COD title in roughly 15 years. Wow. Yeah, it must have been real dog shit then. Must have been real bad. Especially considering like, yeah, because Call of Duty, like everyone, I feel like Call of Duty is one of those franchises where everybody makes fun of it. Like every Call of Duty is the same. They come out every year, you know, all these like classic jokes. And yet like it keeps going. Like it doesn't care. The Call of Duty franchise doesn't care. So the fact that they are actually stopping at this point is, yeah, probably means that it was quite bad. That's a good ass level up, holy shit. Still managed the top 10? Yeah, of course it did. I feel like Call of Duty will always have players, for sure. Okay. I'm always really interested in whether or not, like, because there's people love to like hate on games, especially games that they play, right? But a lot of times that hate doesn't actually lead to anything. Like Magic the Gathering is a good example. I play a lot of the card game Magic the Gathering, and like a lot of what they're doing these days, I mean, it's always been this way, right? But like a lot of what they're doing these days, people complain and they complain and they complain, and some people stop playing, of course. And there are different reasons that the game is really popular, but like no matter how much people complain, they just keep buying the product. So like it's hard to really know if something is actually dying or... Now, I think in the case of Call of Duty, because they are actually they're not like making a game next year or whatever, like you said. That does probably signify that, but it's always really hard if you just hear people complaining as to whether or not the games actually suck or people actually aren't buying the games, or you know. Ricto, hold on to hope the Treyarch will deliver a good game. Oh, on to hope that Treyarch will deliver a good game next year. Are they? Oh, Treyarch. Okay, so is Treyarch like doing the game next year? I know. I feel like that was a thing when I was still playing a decent amount of Call of Duty 2. Was like Treyarch was like the golden boy because everyone loved Black Ops. What's up, Vin? Yeah, I do feel a lot better. I think I'm probably gonna make this stream really short because I'm still kind of dealing with it. But I wanted to just kind of stream something today. But I'm feeling quite a bit better. I appreciate you asking. I might actually just do this chapter, to be honest, for today. But yeah, I went to see a doctor the day after the last stream, which I think was Wednesday, and then I've been on antibiotics since, so definitely started to feel better. And it wasn't your infection. Man, we love your infections. Surfing games has been mediocre at best. Who knows? Maybe Treyarch can revive the games. I should really just promote Fur, to be honest. She has 15 strength, which is really high, and the chances of us getting a really good final level up is pretty slim. I have to murder this guy. How do we do that exactly? That's a good question. 22. But my hit is not that good. Maybe we should just take this slow for a turn and do something like this. Something like that. What about your ear infection? I appreciate you, Blue Island. Yeah, it's just I had one last week, and it's still, like I said, it's still lingering a little bit. It's just I don't know. It's not really bad anymore. It's just annoying, you know. I can feel it, and when I have headphones on and record and stuff, it just, I don't know, it's a little annoying, but we'll get past it. I should be good, I think, later on this week for sure. Just cap 2 stats. That is true. Part of the thing about Myrmidons are a really good unit to early promote. I'm a big proponent of not early promoting in this game in particular, but Myrmidons, because they just cap those 2 stats immediately, it's kind of you should just promote pretty early. Melody's kind of doing that too. Should probably promote her. But then again, there's also the other argument that we're only a level off of 20, so why not just get there? We're promoting Edward and Radiant Dawn. I never tried that. That's probably a good idea. I feel like Edward's one of those units that just struggles a little bit. So that might be the way to go. Best stat boost. Oh, does he get +1 to every stat? That's not very strong. I feel like Edward is one of those characters that I really want to a lot, but because he comes at such a low level, and the Dawn Brigade is all about having bulk, especially when you get to part 2. It's just, I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine using him. I do think, and I mentioned this before, when we get to Radiant Dawn on this series, which won't be for a little while, but we will get there eventually, and Path of Radiance, I really want to try to kind of use a little bit more interesting, variety of characters. Well, +3 res is kind of pog. Because the first time, when we played Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn, I only kind of used what I consider to be the best characters for those games because we were trying to beat them for the first time. But now that we have playthroughs of both on behind us, I think I want to maybe beat him a little bit more. And Edward might be a part of that. I think I kind of want to try him. There's only tier 1 units. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The only Dawn Brigade member that I really is kind of Nolan. I kind of hate everyone else, to be honest. Why Nolan? Oh yeah, there you go. Why Nolan is the best Dawn Brigade unit? Yeah, I completely agree. Nolan is like, I hate like pretty much everyone in the Dawn Brigade, but Nolan is like the one exception. Like I do like Nolan. He's the only like consistent one, except like Sode's good too, but FE9 transfers when you get to FE10. Ooh, that's a good question. I think I didn't do this last time we did this, but if there's a way to do it, I'm not sure. I have to look up how to do it, but maybe. I think it would be kind of cool. I have to look up how to do it and exactly how it works. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Jill defenders in shambles. Man, I will die on the hill that Jill is dog shit in that game. I'm probably wrong, and I will admit that I am very likely wrong, but holy crap, do I hate Jill in that game. Or to be competitive in Radiant Dawn. Yeah, I am not a Jill stan, far from it. She disappoints me. You play FE10, how is a Wyvern Rider bad? It's weird. So Jill's problem in Radiant Dawn is that she's recruited on the Dawn Brigade, and because she's not Har. What's up, Sneaky Blight? No, Jill in Radiant Dawn. Jill in Path of Radiance is amazing. Jill in Radiant Dawn. So I don't like Jill in Radiant Dawn because she comes in the Dawn Brigade, which the Dawn Brigade really needs. Like almost all of its chapters are like defend chapters, especially in the later stages of like Act 2. She's recruited pretty late. She has extremely low HP. Her offensive stats are really not that fantastic. Obviously, she'll get better at these things. She's of course a good class, and like that is beneficial, but only to a certain extent, because again, a lot of the Part 2 chapters for the Dawn Brigade are defend chapters. This is her part that you get to play. Yeah, exactly. Obviously, like, she is an amazing class, and she's one of those characters that if you can get her to like the mercenaries, for example, and you give her a bunch of experience, I mean, she's like another Har, you know, she's incredibly busted. And she can certainly be really good. I think if certain strats are used, she can be really strong, but like if you're trying to Iron Man, you want as much help as you can get on the Dawn Brigade, and like the mercenaries don't really need help. You already have Har, so. This personal weapon actually really helps the case. Yeah, also she doesn't get a personal, all the like core Dawn Brigade members get personal weapons in Act 2, whereas Jill doesn't. Is there Super Kanto? I believe there is, yeah, in that game. Don't get me wrong, if you put effort into Jill, she can be good. And I'm not an expert on Radiant Dawn, so there may very well be some strats that I'm not super familiar with, but doing a Path of Radiance and Jill is cracked and the RNG goes right under stats. Oh yeah, completely different from Path of Radiance. I totally agree. In Path of Radiance, Jill is amazing. She's a little weak when you get her. She's a little underleveled and understated, and she does, like, kind of like you said, she does sort of need her first like couple of level ups to go in a good direction. But once she gets rolling, yeah, she's amazing in Path of Radiance. It's just, the biggest thing is like Radiant Dawn is just such a different, like the way Radiant Dawn is structured is so different, and unfortunately a character like that, for my money at least, doesn't wind up being that fantastic. Ray, remember when you were getting like good level ups and then you stopped doing that? Why did we stop doing that? Were we embarrassed? A bit of Path of Radiance, but lost my save. Still made it to FE10. That game sounds like a fever dream unit availability wise. Yeah, exactly. That's a big part of it. Like, that's actually a really good way to put it. If Radiant Dawn was a normal Fire Emblem game where you recruited Jill fairly early in the game, she had the stats that she did, and then you just got to use her for the rest of the game. And you can kind of do that if you like, because you can recruit her like for the mercenaries. I think there's like a way to do that. She can be pretty good, but unfortunately that's just like, not how Radiant Dawn works. Radiant Dawn is a game of all time. Yes, I would agree with that. Radiant Dawn is funny as Ileana is all units. It's the best availability in the game. Yes. In fact, Ileana, arguably, given that she is the best way to get items from the Dawn Brigade to the Grail Mercenaries, is like kind of the best unit in the game. I mean, that's a very weird way of looking, a distorted way of looking at it, but yeah, it's a weird game for sure. Oh, is this bad? This is probably okay. Soldier class is really fun. Too bad they seem to ditch it in the later games. Yeah, I always thought Soldier and like Halberdier were pretty cool. It helps that they had Nephany in those games. Who's well, everyone loves Nephany, right? But yeah, I agree. They're a cool class for sure. I always wanted soldiers and halberdiers in the GBA games, and a lot of the hacks I think actually do feature. I feel like that's a pretty normal class in a lot of the like ROM hacks people make. But should probably turn on his animation. Super Fighter and Fates is kind of like a soldier. Interesting. I'm really excited. I know I say this all the time, but I'm really excited to get to Fates when we eventually get there. Man, a part of me almost wants to just like skip the GBA games because we played them so much, and I really want to play like Tellius and some of the newer games, but no, we'll get through them. Oh, Sneaky Blight, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Like the Nolan gets access to Bowgun plus Beast Foe, also makes him 100% a safety net. That's true. That is true. Beast Foe plus Bowgun does. That's it. Like one of the chapters where Jill can potentially be useful, which is that Laguz chapter, is yeah, kind of, I don't want to say trivialized, but certainly made quite a bit easier by Nolan having access to that. So that's kind of a part of it too. I feel like Radiant Dawn is one of the most difficult like chapters to, I guess, like rank characters, because obviously availability always plays a part in like all Fire Emblem games, but I mean, availability is that game. Like there's almost nothing else to talk about in most characters' cases than just availability. It's like so boring, and I don't know, it's weird. It is a weird game. It's a game that like I almost feel like I can't make a tier list for, or at least like the whole game. I think you can make a tier list for the individual parts, but I don't think you can really make a tier list for like all of Radiant Dawn. Like I don't even know how it would look. How do you compare, like how do you even rank like Tormund, Moram, and Vika? Like I don't know how to do that. Like you can also do that with Beast Foe and the Brave Axe. Beast Foe and Brave, I've never done that. Beast Foe and Brave Axe sounds kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. The Bowgun obviously has like extreme effective damage, but better movement in part 3. I will say, yes, that chapter with the Laguz, the one that you fight, is definitely like the biggest place where Jill can actually be pretty darn useful. But even if you use Jill in that capacity, like Jill's base HP is so bad that you have to be really careful with her because she's pretty frail. And the thing about like that chapter isn't a defend chapter, right? It's just a kill enemies chapter. So hypothetically, Jill could be really useful because she has better movement and she can go out there and kill the Laguz. But I don't know, it's really hard. Like you have to be really careful because the Laguz are really strong. He has 20 hits as opposed to the Bowgun having 40. I will say, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I think for me, Jill is one of those characters, kind of like Thani or Shanna or whatever, or like Florida maybe, where I do think they're better than I give them credit for, but my experience is that they're just very disappointing. Maybe, I mean, that could be something we could do. We could try to train Jill next time we play Radiant Dawn. Man, I really want to play. I probably want to play Radiant Dawn now. Although we gotta be careful with Radiant Dawn because that game can lead to some game overs very easily. It's been so long since I played it. Yeah, I like Telly's games quite a bit. They are kind of messy, specifically Radiant Dawn. I kind of want to make some like YouTube videos and some stuff in Radiant Dawn. So it's actually kind of funny. I made a video not too long ago about the worst group recruit in Fire Emblem history, and my initial plan for the video was to talk about a bunch of different group recruits, basically just recruits where you get like 2 or more units and how bad they are. And then I was going through Radiant Dawn, and there was like multiple in Radiant Dawn alone that I wanted to talk about, and I was like, I should just do a video about Radiant Dawn. Like, this game is so wacky. There's just like so many bad units in that game. What is your purpose here? I don't know why you would attack us. I talked about this last time, but I've always really loved this boss because he's like really confused. Like he genuinely doesn't know why he's getting attacked. Like, why is the Lycian army here attacking him? Who knows? He doesn't. Who wants to kill this boss? Maybe you? A video on Iron Man's and Oboya. Radiant Dawn Iron Man sounds so awful. Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not. I mean, I do like playing it just because I love Radiant Dawn, but it's definitely not one of my favorites. It is very messy. Specifically, I think the early game, if you get out of the Dawn Brigade, it's not so bad. But you can, the fact that many of the characters are game over conditions in the Dawn Brigade makes it extremely frustrating. Speaking of Jill, by the way, and the Jill recruit chapter, she can just kill herself. Some amount of the time she just runs into an enemy mage and she dies. So that's not very cool. I wonder if Fur can fight this guy. I feel like she probably can't. I sort of love this crit that we're seeing with Ray here. But yeah, I don't know if I'd really recommend. Never played Tellius. Yeah, so one of the biggest reasons, I mean, if you watch, I don't know about his video necessarily, but you might understand this already. But the biggest frustration for me with Iron Manning Radiant Dawn is that in the first part of the game, you get a lot of like really kind of bad or mediocre units, and a lot of them are game over conditions for a long time. Which means if you're Iron Manning, you can absolutely just lose your run very easily, very early. Oh, and then specifically on the Jill chapter, so Jill shows up with, so there's 3 units that basically show up way across the map from you, and they're all pretty strong other than kind of Jill, and so you can kind of rely on them to not just kill themselves, but Jill can absolutely kill herself, and it's a game over conditions, so that's the biggest reason that the early game is frustrating. There's some other chapters that also have annoying game over conditions. If anyone was watching way back when, they know that Tabarn trolled me in one of my playthroughs, and granted that was partially my fault, but she'll die tons of times in your Iron Man streams. Yeah, exactly, and it does get frustrating. Exactly what he talked about. Okay, yeah, it seems like we're on the same page on that. Yeah, Zahark and Tyranio are definitely strong enough to not die, but Jill, also the problem with Jill is that she has so much movement that a lot of times the AI like thinks they can do more with her than they really can, which can lead to her dying a lot. I actually have a video on my well, actually, I think one of my oldest, not my oldest video, but one of my oldest videos on my YouTube channel is Jill basically killing herself and me kind of freaking out. That is, Blue Island, that is, I will always say this, I'm really sad that I wasn't uploading clips at the time to YouTube. That's the one thing, if I could have any moment from any of my Fire Emblem playthroughs back, Tabarn dying, the King of the Hawks dying to a random Daean, like, general, that's the one I would like to have back. I would also love to rewatch that. I still can't believe that happened to this day. But unfortunately, I was not as practical with saving my clips and uploading them to YouTube and stuff at the time. So unfortunate. Watch that moment in time. Me too. There's a lot of pain on YouTube, but not all the pain, unfortunately. Wait, why did I give that one? Not all the pain. You ate that guy. You're not that guy, bro. You really did. You really did, though. It's sad too, cause it's like it actually almost made it kind of more funny that you only get the map like animations. You don't actually get to see it happen, because it just made it all the more confusing. But seriously, the fact that, like, obviously that's not gonna happen at a large like percentage of the time, but the fact that a random boss can one-shot the King of the Hawks is pretty funny. It's that girl, isn't it? She's inhuman. Why do you seek her? To use her power? I don't know. I love this boss because, like, he's so confused that he finally sort of realizes it at the end. And bro, okay, whoever said that we should promote Fur because she capped stats is 100% right. She literally got no stats that level up. Yeah, I should just promoted her. Oh, I actually have a Hero's Crest. We can do that. Pog. Yeah, that was... Fur knew she should have been promoted earlier for the XP thief. This video of the transfers to Barnes tanking the boss on the bridge. Man, I feel like I can't watch that. Like, that's just... what could have been? Okay, I think we've gotten everything. I mean, everything that we could get. Lord Roy, here she is. You found her? I believe you owe Lord Roy a thank you, young lady. Easy, Merlinus. Why did you follow us? I just wanted to see the outside world. You put yourself in danger for such a trivial reason? Do you know how much trouble you've caused? But I'm never ever allowed outside. The elder says I have to remain hidden. I'm always alone, locked up in my room. Lord Roy, what shall we do? You could have been killed. Do you understand how much worry and trouble you've caused? Yes, I'm sorry. Truly? Yes. All things considered, I think we have no choice but to take you with us. Really? Are you sure? The enemy might already know about her now. If that's true, she'll be safer with us than returning unguarded to Arcadia. Hooray. Hush, this isn't cause for celebration. You mustn't run off alone anymore. Do you promise? Yes, I pinky swear. Oh, well, a pinky swear is unbreakable, so we're chilling. Controlled by waiting to create it until it didn't matter. Yeah, I didn't realize this either, but actually she only got like 14 experience from that anyways. She is trolling. 2 less strength cap than the male counterpart. Yeah, normally I feel like that doesn't matter that much, but she has like 18 already, which is crazy. Runs an effective plus 9 HP on transfers. Jesus. 3 HP after the encounter. That's crazy. That's nuts. All right, well, this is where I'm gonna end the stream for today. I know this was a much shorter stream than I usually do. Well, not much shorter, I guess only about half the stream, but I just unmuted the stream of myself that I was watching because I'm a genius. But I started a little bit late, and then, like I said, I'm kind of still getting over this ear thing. So thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate it. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. I'm gonna try to, I think by the end of the week for sure, or by the next couple of days, I should be over this, so it should be good to go. But yeah, we'll get back to more normal streams. I just wanted to kind of get something out there. Play Tekken 8 or any Tekken. I might Blue Island, I might. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching as always. Enjoy your nights, and I will see you next time.